Matt Hardy, one of the illustrious wrestling icons that are the Hardy Boys. Team Extreme. A phenomenal athlete, but who behind the scenes has been stalked by controversy since day one. I want to look at both sides of the Mattitude era, from his early days to his current rut in TNA. The start of Matt's career was the TWF, a trampoline-based wrestling company that he started with his brother Jeff. As they grew older and realised that wrestling on trampolines is kinda gay, they created Omega Wrestling, under which Matt wrestled as High Voltage. Over time, before he hit the big leagues, Matt wrestled under many other guises, including the Angelic Diablo, Evil Knievel, Executioner, Grim Reaper, Ignis Fatuus, Surge, and the White Cheetah. His aspirations were to reach WCW, but neither he nor his brother ever made it, until finally they both got their shot in 1994 with the WWF. He jobbed for several years until he and his brother were finally given full-time contracts and allowed to unleash their high-flying, cruiserweight-like styles and packaged as the Hardy Boys. They instantly got a huge fan base from the start because of their extreme, entertaining, daredevil styles, and because they were lusted after by the female fan base. At many stages they tried to turn them into singles competitors, but until Mattitude version 1, that never worked. Suddenly Matt Hardy came into his own as a singles worker, a great heel. But it was short-lived, and the Hardys were quickly reformed. Behind the scenes, Matt Hardy was engaged to be married to Amy Dumas, or rather Lita by her wrestling persona. The couple were together several years, until Matt's world came crumbling down. Matt learned that Amy had been cheating on him with real-life friend Adam Copeland, wrestling name Edge. Suddenly all hell broke loose, and the line between reality and fiction started to merge. Matt attacked Adam backstage on several occasions, but how real they were was never truly established. One in particular looked extremely real, as Matt even used Amy and Adam's real name, and he claimed he was going to a rival company. Matt was fired and did not return for a long time. Meanwhile, permanent mid-card Adam suddenly got a lot of attention over what he had done, but not the kind you'd expect. Was it punishment for being a betraying scumbag? No. He was given the greatest reward in the company, the WWE Championship. From that moment on, he became a main eventer, flanked by Amy herself. The pair would engage in simulated sex acts, and whether it was intentionally aimed at Matt or not, it was heartless. Matt returned to the company and was immediately put into a feud with Adam. How he could work with these people escapes me, and I immediately lost respect for him. If it had been me, I would have rather kept my dignity. Anyway, so they did the feud. Edge destroyed Matt and sent him packing to the B-brand SmackDown. And there he began his year of punishment, losing every single match, including to those well and truly beneath him. Matt was very vocal online and had a huge fan base, still, despite all the mistruths regarding what was real and what was not so much. He often got in trouble for talking about his feelings and stuff going on backstage, and this showed, as his in-ring humiliations got worse and worse. Finally he broke free, and was put into feuds with the likes of MVP and his own brother Jeff, and these were fantastic, but not a patch on the likes of all his extreme exploits from the years before. Things went quiet for a while, until he was placed into a series of matches with the still green Drew McIntyre. These were not fantastic, and when McIntyre's work visa legitimately ran out, the feud was cut short, which didn't do much for Hardy's career. More outspoken than ever, Matt made it clear he wasn't happy anymore in the WWE. and with online comments he was clearly pushing management into firing him. That they did. And on Twitter, Matt seemed elated. On January 9th, 2011, Matt made his debut for TNA, defeating Rob Van Dam and revealing himself to be the latest member of Immortal, Hulk Hogan's god-awful stable. Now, what's happened since then for him career-wise? Nothing. He's already overshadowed by Hogan, Flair, Bischoff and co, and we can already tell that, like the company, he's going nowhere fast. Matt has proven himself to be a child on many occasions, and this is just such an example. He should have stayed with WWE, and things may have turned around. But TNA will never have anything to offer him, and has been dying a death ever since Hogan turned up. Matt's in-ring performances show that he's not even trying anymore, and his physique has caused lots of fat jokes to be thrown his way. Is he fat? No. I personally would hang up my mediocre flesh and swap for his any day. However, his build is stocky and not what we're used to. I genuinely believe that Matt has given up. He stands now at 36 years old and could do so damn much with his career still. But TNA is not the stage on which to do it. Matt should never have returned to the WWE after they showed such utter disrespect over the him, Amy and Adam situation. He sure as hell never should have worked with Adam and Amy, let alone be willing to lose that feud. He also needs to learn when to keep his mouth shut online. He's even still doing it now, claiming on Twitter that he and his brother Jeff are the sole reason why TNA's ratings are higher than ever. Matt, you're a great athlete when you try. You're charismatic when you try. And in my opinion, you should be a main eventer in the WWE right now, feuding with Triple H, Cena, Taker and co. But your attitude has made sure that that could never happen. And going to TNA has officially lowered your stock. Will you win the TNA World Championship? Yes, very likely. Because everyone gets a turn with that thing. And do you know why that is? Because the title has no prestige at all, and nobody really gives a shit anymore. Matt, go do some squats. Drop the bulk. Return to the old Matt Hardy. And by that I mean, start throwing out some decent performances. Stop phoning them in. And the very first chance you get, go back to the WWE.